fuck up! If I sit at exit, if the bitch is at exit, every motherfucking exit! You
Welcome to the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast. 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 I am Mike. As Ryan, we are Dipshits of this evening. I don't know if I said that right because the music was still blasting in my ear from another screen. And I was hitting this at the same time. And I dropped my phone and probably woke up the entire house.
Tinnitus, you're high and you're causing a disturbance. What's up, Dipshits? Welcome back to the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast. We got a couple of days off. It was because Super Bowl and Valentine's Day back to back. That's a difficult Wednesday Sunday combo. What up, Paisley? But we're back, and a lot has happened in the last week and a half, so we got a lot to talk about. One of which, I think that the Tucker interview was released right after our last pod, so we got a lot to talk about with that. That whole 2 hour, was it? It was about 2 hours, right?
Yes,
all together.
Putin. So I don't think we're gonna watch that entire thing. I think we should watch this other video that's like.
What did you take away from it, just in brief? What
version of what happened? That's what this is. The video I would show.
Oh, just
my opinion. My opinion is it's very okay.
Because most people watched most of it, and or at least most of the clips from it.
It's scary because it feels as if not that you can sympathize with him because you still understand. He's still anyway. Still nuts, but he's not nuts. Still a dictator.
Yes, he's still a dictator. Yeah. The thing is,
you don't want to sympathize with him because he's not a good person. He's killed his anyone that was running against him. He's killed anyone that was against what he believed in. He's killed. He's killed a lot of people.
He may lack some empathy, I think. And
So not that we should sympathize with this man, but he points out to the very big, extremely big, gigantic, enormous shortcomings of the United States government's dealings with foreign countries and how we have continuously fucked over our friends and enemies. And it's part of the reason why we're in the shit we're in right now. And he's basically going, hey, and like I watched the whole thing, and at the beginning I'm like, why is he talking about this history shit?
It was boring. I was bored the first half hour to 45 minutes. I was sort of bored.
I knew about this. And I'm like, okay, the point I took from that is he wasn't lying. Because I knew all about that already.
Yeah, it was a history lesson. It was a history of
He wasn't lying, but he was just giving the perspective from Russia versus the perspective from everyone else. Not everyone else, but us or the United States or whatever. And then as he started keep going on, and Tucker kept kind of interrupting him, saying like, what does this have to do with this? And then he's like, I'm getting there. You asked this question, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because like he said it very clearly in the very beginning and to the end is Ukraine has always been good friends with Russia. Always. They were almost one.
And if anything, they were part of the greater Russian Empire for a very long time.
And he brought up the fact that there was a coup in 2013 or 14 where the United States, allegedly the United States, I'm not going to say it was officially.
Yes.
But allegedly the United States funded a coup that threw out the Russian-friendly government and replaced it with a more American-friendly government.
Now, can I say this? This is something that wasn't like under wraps. This is something that had happened. This is just the issue. I knew that this was all going on when it was being spoken about on the nightly news. For 2 minutes, they talk about this, and nobody ever really paid attention to it. That was the problem. Everybody's getting blindsided now because nobody paid attention to it when it happened. When Russia took over Crimea, people paid attention for 5 minutes in 2015 or 2014, rather. People paid attention for 5 minutes and then forgot about it as soon as Trump started running for president.
That's how most things are. That's when people don't pay attention. And like you just said, I knew that too. But the thing is, like another thing I wanted to say is a lot of the stuff we knew already, but mainstream hasn't. They were conspiracy theories, or they were oh, that you're just a Trump supporter, or they would just discredit you because like, you don't know what you're talking about. And now here's Putin.
They would call it fringe from speculation from the fringe is what they would call it. Yeah.
Here's Putin basically telling the world, like, hey, you guys did this to us in this year in the 90s, and this president promised us this, but then you guys keep changing presidents and everyone makes a new. That's what I took from that is every president makes a different deal and they keep fucking it up because the next person is different political spectrum.
But the thing is, that's a double-edged sword in a way because yes, it does. It's a band. It says Lamb of God. Yes.
A band where the singer was arrested in a foreign country for something that technically wasn't really his fault.
I don't even think it actually happened. The footage that they used was somebody stage diving, and the person who died got stomped somewhere off to the side, got beat up by somebody else.
So it was.
And like what they said, it was they deemed it as a murder. But what happened was there was video from the show that showed Randy Blythe sort of shoving somebody who was stage diving away. And they said that person was the person who died at the show. But that's not what happened to the person. I think the person got either trampled, stepped on, or killed by somebody else. And then they tried to blame it on him stage diving, which wasn't the case. And they tried to make an example of him. I don't know why. And it makes no sense.
So if you're here now, hit the thumbs up. We have 9 people here, which is... I mean, I shared this everywhere for once in my life. I went kind of crazy. So we're going to watch this opinionated video that's basically one-sided and you shouldn't take seriously at all. It is
who is it from, Mike? Who is it from?
It's from Anonymous.
Wow, old school. You're throwing it back old school. You're taking it back almost 12 years ago with an Anonymous video.
Let's see if I can get this even bigger. That's what she said.
This is a fresh one? This is a new one from Anonymous?
This is 5 hours ago. Ooh. 9 people total, not on YouTube. I can't see where they're from, unfortunately.
The defining fact of the United States is freedom of speech. To the extent this country is actually exceptional, it's because we have the First Amendment to the Bill of Rights. We have freedom of conscience. We can say what we really think. There's no hate speech exception to that. Just because you hate what somebody else thinks, you cannot force that person to be quiet because we're citizens, not slaves. But that right, that foundational right that makes this country what it is.
The problem with him is if he was a liar piece of shit, which I'm not saying he's not a liar and a fake person.
I don't think so. I feel like he's more of like he likes to in a sensational fashion expose things. And regardless of who hires him to do it. Yeah, now he's like solo, so everybody's sort of afraid of who he's going to go and talk to because now there's nothing restricting him about who he could interview.
True. He has no restrictions. And didn't Elon Musk openly say, "Do you, bro?"
I mean, I feel anybody should do themselves.
Now,
if they want to go out on their own and be a journalist solo, go and do it.
The biggest problem with Tucker Carlson and his new show or any show he does in the future or anything he did in the past is he did get fired from Fox News for making shit up, allegedly. You can't say allegedly.
Yeah.
If
that was within their what was within their reasoning, and he was accused of doing it.
Yes.
And so they without any
and they had to pay.
Yes, and without doing their due diligence, they just cut him loose and said we'll deal with the repercussions later, and we'll just pay him and wash our hands of it. But it's still listen. At the same exact time, CNN cleaned house, Fox News cleaned house.
Yes.
What they did is because they were smart. Was they listened to the public and were like, we need new anchors and we got to go at this at a new angle. And the Fox News was like, we got to reinforce with the Republicans and we can't be super MAGA anymore. And and CNN was like, we can't be super radical left, but we still have to be establishment left. So they're going back to their roots of what they were doing back during Bush era. You know what I mean? Media. And they had to get rid of Tucker. And CNN had to get rid of Don Lemon. And all these people had to get cut loose because their reputation was tarnished on both sides, from both sides.
Don Lemon. Wow, I completely forgot, which means I probably never watched him to begin with because I didn't. But wow.
Me neither. I mean, I would only watch when something was popping off and people were going back and forth with each other. I would tune in just to see what kind of shit that they were talking about.
You find on Facebook or Instagram, and go look for the real thing. All right, let's jump back into this. video. We know the First Amendment is very important, and the Second Amendment, the Second Amendment is even more important. And the Second Amendment is what protects the First Amendment. Good luck, guys.
That right from which all other rights flow is going away at high speed in the face of censorship. Now, modern censorship bears no resemblance to previous censorship regimes in previous countries in previous eras. Our censorship is affected on the basis of fights against disinformation and malinformation. And the key thing to know about these is they're everywhere. And of course, they have no reference at all to whether what you're saying is true or not. In other words, you can say something that is factually accurate and consistent with your own conscience. And in previous versions of America, you had an absolute right to say those things. But because someone doesn't like them, or because they're inconvenient to whatever plan the people in power have, they can be denounced as disinformation, and you can be stripped of your right to express them, either in person or online. In fact, express.
Now, the problem with, he's not.
You got another problem, Mike? You got a lot of problems.
He's not wrong. If something is like, think of all the labels they put on videos now and things like Tim Kennedy said on Rogan, where he's like, look at my page, it says fake news. It said, beware, this page might contain fake news. He's like, I'm physically overseas posting videos of me overseas doing whatever in the Middle East, like secret operations in the Middle East, and it's fake news. It's not fake. It's literally, you're right. You look high as shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, it's in real time. All that stuff is happening in real time. So it's like, what's there to fact check?
Yeah. If
you're watching it happen in real time. Dude, I hear you, dude. And a lot of, and this is the thing, a lot of, listen, this is what my argument with news, like the term news, right? Now hear me out, because this is a little philosophy here. Wouldn't the best news be the newest news happening in real time with no filter, right? As it's happening, right? Because you're watching things. Now, hold on a second. That was the trajectory of how things were supposed to go into being. What happened is that news is like, it's coming out too fast. We got to filter it, and it's got to come out through somebody else's mouth with a narrative. And what you're hearing is secondhand news. And we've been hearing secondhand news for something like 30 years. You know what I mean? And it just increasingly got more secondhand and less. You'll hear breaking news. But before there's a breaking news on Fox or CNN or MSNBC or anybody, right? There's like, if this XYZ happens, this is our angle from the jump. So it's like, as soon as they catch the story, that's already pre-spun. Not like they're making things up as they go. But if they were like, well, let's just say Israel starts hitting Gaza, this is what we're going to say about it if this does happen. And they're so in the know. They don't have to predict something's going to happen. They could almost see it happening because they're seeing these current events lead up to these things.
I think the biggest problem is they have to fight to who gets it out first to get more rating. So
that's how it used to be.
Anymore.
You remember like watching Superman or Ninja Turtles, and it was like April O'Neil or like Clark Kent had to get the story out first, and they were like competing with other journalists and stuff like that to get.
So and that's how fact check anymore. Imagine you get a phone call like, "Hey, this is an anonymous tip. This person did this here."
Very rarely is there something that one person found out, like a Watergate. Like that doesn't happen as often. Usually, everybody finds out at the same time. Shit gets leaked. We're in the internet age where shit gets leaked and everybody knows 5 minutes later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I told you this. I found out the Transformer exploded in Long Island City before the news reported it because I found it on Twitter.
That was the weird alien lights, right? Yeah, that was like the aura. Like everybody's like, "Oh, dude, there's Aurora Borealis in Queens."
Yeah, it was crazy.
Somebody said Spider-Man threw Electro into the fucking there was all sorts of memes coming out about that for like a whole week. I miss being in New York for catastrophes. Oh, no, definitely, yeah, because April O'Neil was a reporter, and Superman was a news reporter, and they were always competing for stories. Yeah, I did just say all that. I know I said that.
All right, back to this nonsense. I thought this was better. It's
Pressing these things
kind
to
of
become a criminal act.
common sense right here.
And it's important to know, by the way, that this is not just the private sector doing this. These efforts are being directed by the U.S. government, which you pay for and at least theoretically own. It's your government. But they're stripping your rights at very high speed. Most people understand this intuitively, but they don't know how it happens. How does censorship happen? What are the mechanics of it?
The United States of America is being invaded.
For the love of God, this is an invasion. Who is allowing this?
They invaded our privacy. I think it's an invasion of the country.
No one is fighting back. Few are even acknowledging it. And the people who lead us are letting it happen.
You know what makes me a little crazy? There's nothing that makes me crazy.
What is it? Conspiracy theory videos are making you crazy?
Okay, so Anonymous used to be like, I don't know,
Occupy Wall Street. That was Occupy Wall Street, dude.
Yeah, that was
they were a cause and effect of the housing market crash in 2008 and all of those stock market bailouts. You know what I mean? Wall Street bailouts.
And now Anonymous seems to be pretty right wing over here.
Hold on a second. Were any of these really, truly? Listen, things are only right wing and left wing when you assign it that.
Well, I was more being facetious.
But they just have had maybe the same ideals the whole time. It's just that the pendulum of politics has swung right, left.
Swinging. Don't forget who freed the slaves.
The Republican Party was formed with one of their sole purposes was to abolition. That they were an abolitionist party, and that's why because the Democrats were pretty much taking over most big business.
And the Democrats were running the
Democrats of the time. Yes, all their big exports business, tobacco, cotton, everything. Everything we were growing, corn, what you name it, because I think we were growing a lot of
that. I wish I could find it. There's a video of someone's like, it's so relaxing and enjoyable picking cotton. And they just do it slowly and it's enjoyable. And the comments are like, this piece of shit right here. You have no fucking idea. And like, I was saying all these ridiculous things to the person. And I'm like, okay.
Nah, they got big machines that do that now.
Not meant to, I don't think it's meant to be taken that way, but it's a little bit insensitive maybe, but not quite.
Well, luckily we're so far in the future, you do not need human beings to pick cotton. Ever.
Well, I have a funny story. You met Boots? No, I don't think you ever met Boots. Did you meet Boots?
I may have met Boots at John's apartment. Somebody was having a party. I think maybe Sharice was having a party.
I had a friend at the time who worked at like some fancy skincare store, and they had like a vase with like cotton plants sticking out of it, and I'm like, what are you doing with that? I'm like, well, we're gonna throw it out when it's ready, when it's out of season. Why? Can I have it when you're throwing it out? Let's take one right now. I'm like, okay. So I took one, and Boots used to have a joke where it's like, why don't black people take aspirin?
Why don't?
Yeah.
Why do? Why don't? Okay, I don't know. Oh, because they have to pull the top out.
Because they'll have to pull the cotton out. And they don't want history.
And they don't want. Yeah, they don't want to do that. I got that. Yeah, okay, that's pretty funny.
So then I see that and I go, oh my God, this is amazing. I grab it. I run to his house. I knock on his door and I go, hi. He opens the door. He sees the cotton and goes and slams the door.
If that was the case,
he was laughing hysterical about it.
If that was the case, wouldn't you think they'd end up being like the Hasids, like turning the light switch on like the Sabbath? You ever been asked to like turn the light switch on? I had to turn on an air conditioner.
I've been asked to park a car.
I've been asked to turn lights on before. There was one family that I did it for like multiple times that used to be close to my block where I grew up, and I turned on an air conditioner before for two little kids asked me to do that. I was like this rocker teenager. I was like, this is really weird, but you sure the air conditioner was literally right in the front door? They said, yes, if you could just switch it on, it's really hot in here. I was like, you got it, kid. I pressed on. They're like, thank you, and they sort of rushed me out the door. But I turned on an air conditioner for them. And you'd figure if that were the case, like what you were saying with your buddy Boots, right, that they would just go to like their Puerto Rican neighbor or something like that and be like, yo, could you do me a favor and like, could you just open up this Tylenol bottle for me? because I can't open it. Like they would just ask their neighbors to do that.
That's hilarious.
Oh well, are we jumping right into the
Let's
sneaker
let's
drop?
go into comedy.
All
Enough
right.
of this depressing, they're taking away our rights.
Yeah, all right. Listen,
they're all evil. Listen,
we're gonna forget about World War III for a couple of minutes right now. We're gonna talk about Trump's sneaker drop because this is what you do when you're running for president. When you're running for president and you're looking down the barrel of a judicial gun, and what do? You come out with the Trump Force Ones.
Weekend for President Trump back on the campaign trail, this time selling his own line of Trump-branded sneakers. These appearances came less than a day after a judge ordered him to pay $350 million penalty for financial fraud. Bradley.
So I don't know much about the fraud case. I have to dig into that.
I think it's because he supposedly lied about how much the real estate was worth and then overvalued it, but I don't understand if there was no money exchanged. Can't I tell you, like if I had, like, let's just say I got this bottle of water here, right? And I'm like, yo, this bottle of water, you could buy it at a corner store or 7-Eleven for $1.50, right? But I'm like, this bottle of water is $22,000. But this is you. If you want this bottle of water, you got to give me $22,000. But you don't want to buy this bottle of water, right? But I'm telling you it's worth $22,000, but we don't exchange money for it. You're not even interested in buying it because I'm telling you this thing's worth $22,000, right? And you go about your day. But it's documented that I said that that's how much it was worth to you. Is that – I don't understand how much – is that a crime? Are you not allowed to do that?
I don't know. I'm an idiot. We're Dipshits.
I didn't know that I could just like lie about –
But he's going to basically release a shoe, make that money off the shoe.
Oh yeah, supplement the income, right? Supplement the income. Right. I believe, I don't know if she's gonna say how much it is, but I believe they started at $400. But I'm guaranteeing you the secondary market flip is going to be a lot more.
I haven't seen these yet, and I imagine they look like a giant.
Dude, what do you mean you haven't seen? You made the fucking thumbnail.
What do you mean? Don't call me out.
You made the fucking thumbnail. That's exactly what the sneaker looks like, dude. That's exactly what it is.
That's it. I didn't know that was it. Wow.
That is exactly it, dude.
Thanks for blowing my show, man.
Let's see this.
Blackburn has the latest.
On the heels of the massive verdict against him, former President Trump was selling golden sneakers Saturday.
It's the real deal.
He stopped
at a sneaker convention
in Philadelphia, promoting a limited edition line of $400 kicks.
$400 sneakers, and he's at a sneaker convention.
Those are votes. Those are all votes.
He's gonna fucking win again.
Those are all legit votes, and most of those people, I guarantee most of those people are citizens.
One day after a legal stomping. On Friday, a New York judge ordered Trump to pay some $355 million and barred him.
I wonder what he looks like without all the bronzer.
Probably mad pink.
No, they don't look bad. I don't think so either, but that's something I would never wear because,
they're mad golden, bro. They're mad golden.
Loud. I don't like being loud. And
listen, dude, if somebody was like, Donald Trump is going to drop a very Jordan 1-esque gaudy sneaker, and I'm like, all right, it's got to be as fashionable as it could be for a Trump sneaker. That's exactly what I would think it would look like. Exactly the way that it was designed is exactly what I would have imagined it. If you said, draw me a picture of a Trump sneaker.
All right, I don't care about the DA.
James accused Trump of inflating the value of his real estate assets to defraud banks.
White-collar financial fraud.
So he lied about.
I guess it's fraud.
He lied about the value of his properties to get more money from the bank. But did he default on those bank loans or not?
No, I think he continued to pay those loans.
So then.
I don't think he defaulted on anything.
So
I don't think he defaulted on anything.
Then, okay. He lied about the value of his properties. Mm-hmm. But isn't that like a gray area too? Because like my property was worth $50,000 and 1991, and now it's worth quadruple that, or not more than quadruple that.
This is what I don't get. What I don't get is usually if you're taking like an equity loan out on your property, right, and you're overvaluing it, they're going to appraise that property and they're going to have to agree with you that it's worth that much. So if anybody's giving you on the arm, right, nobody's doing that. Like, they're going to be like, well, we're going to have to take that equity from this property if you do not pay, right, that's the deal. And if he's up on the payments and they're making their fucking interest on him, they don't give a shit. They're going to sign. But what about them doing their due diligence and then saying, no, that property wasn't $28 million property. It was a $1 million property. Because I think that's the margin. He said it was like something like $1 billion when it's worth like less than $300 million altogether, or something like that. The whole Mar-a-Lago property. But then he took out like a lot of money like on it. But I think he pays it. I don't know. I figured the defrauding would be like if he defaulted on it and just took the money and ran or something. I agree. Like that. Yeah, if it was anybody else, they probably would not give a shit. Actually, a lot of other shit goes down with other people and nobody fucking looks in their direction.
Is not a victimless crime.
Saturday night.
Whoa.
Well, who's the actual victim?
Hold on.
Color financial fraud is not a victimless crime.
The only reason why it's not a victimless crime is because when the banks lose money and go belly up, you bail them out and give them our taxpayer money. That's why it's not. That's the victim. It's us, the taxpayer, because you give the banks money, you dumbass.
You got to see, like, if it was an actual domino effect that actually hit down that low down the ladder from him defaulting on a loan Saturday payment to that bank. I doubt that. I'm pretty sure that there's everybody. Listen, we've been watching people get bailed out left and right. People fucking, fuck around with money all the time, and he's obviously somebody who knows his way around money. So
are they going to sell the shoe?
Trump railed against the ruling, which he's vowed to appeal.
The decision yesterday in New York, you may have read about it. Crooked judge.
See, also the problem with
Yo, he's coming out fucking guns blazing, crooked judge. Did you see that shit?
Yeah, dude, this is what I was gonna say. Like,
oh my god,
he's gonna if you put him up against Biden, right, and they go head to head, he's probably going to win the election.
There's no debates, and because Biden's not fit to debate, and they don't want Trump to debate either, so they're trying to, fill his time up with a lot of this legal stuff so that he doesn't have to. And it's a shame because the only person who wants to debate is Kennedy, and nobody wants to deal with him. Period.
No one wants to deal with him, and it's funny. He might be the best candidate. He might be
in my opinion, he is the best candidate. But the thing is, it's sad just because that. I'm only going to use the term rigged because it's in one direction.
I knew it. Stop. Pause. Sorry.
It's in one direction, and what I mean is it's got to be one of these two guys, and that's what it's rigged towards. It's rigged towards us having no other choice but these two people, right? That's what I mean. We're bottlenosed. Okay, not rigged. It's not rigged. The system is bottlenosed for us to only have two choices.
And look at this. They don't even know. This is what I was going to say. When you brought that up, they don't even know. Who the fuck
is Kennedy? Well, Robert F. Kennedy, son of Robert F. Kennedy, brother of John F. Kennedy. There's a Kennedy running for president, and half the people out there don't know about it. And if they did know about it, they'd probably vote for him.
Season, we've seen a handful of outsiders seeking to challenge President Biden and his likely...
It's crazy. You know why? Listen to what you just said.
This election season, we've seen a handful of outsiders seeking to challenge.
Handful of outsiders. He's not a fucking outsider.
He's an outsider. Wasn't
he a senator?
He's been in politics for a while. He's a lawyer. He was a lawyer who brought up crazy lawsuits for environmental shit, you know what I mean? Like he cleaned up a lot. He cleaned up like the Hudson River, apparently.
Yes.
He was involved with a lot of litigation.
No, he's not a former senator.
He sued like Monsanto, I think.
Yes.
right? And there's still ongoing ongoing lawsuits against Monsanto for cancer and with that Roundup shit. He did a bunch of other stuff, but his dad ran for president, got assassinated in 1968. His uncle was the president of the United States of America, got assassinated, and they don't want to give him. And usually, if you're running for president, you get Secret Service detail upon request while you're running. I'm pretty sure Ross Perot got it. He was an independent candidate, but like they're not giving it to RFK. They're refusing him.
Challenge President Biden and his likely opponent, former President Donald Trump, as third-party or independent candidates. One is Robert F. Kennedy Jr., son of former Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy and a longtime environmental lawyer. A recent national poll shows in a three-way matchup with Biden and Trump, Kennedy has support from 22% of registered voters. I sat down with.
That's pretty big.
It's a lot amongst independent candidates. He's polling better than Bernie.
That's pretty fucking big.
But the thing is, it's still not enough.
No.
For the the majority of people who are settling, because that's what it is. You're settling.
Discuss his campaign, and I asked him why he thinks he's connecting with voters.
I think people are ready to. People are tired of the vitriol. They're tired of the polarization. You know, we've made a big effort at trying to talk about issues, about the values that Americans hold in common, rather than the culture war issue.
Now his speech issue, he was born with that, right?
No, I think he had surgery. He had something wrong.
Oh,
he didn't always speak like that.
Issues that drive everybody apart.
He had cancer, I think.
I'm focused on being civil, but I think most important, people really want to hear the truth. And they want to hear the truth about a lot of different issues. And Americans feel that they're being lied to by the media, by the government agencies that are supposed to be honest with the American people. And they're feeling that the system is rigged against them, that the middle class is disintegrating in this country and that nobody is hearing them, that they're not, that the government and the system are rigged against them.
How do you translate that polling?
You know what? And he's like pretty fucking jacked too for his age. Have you seen him? Like he climbs trees and shit.
He was.
Like, I think that's like one of his fucking pastimes.
Plasmodic dysphonia. I'm gonna sneeze. Which is a spasm condition that causes you to mildly tremble. Mildly tremble. And that's actually the same condition the guy I work with has.
And does he sound similar?
When he gets stressed, yes.
Okay. Got it.
Be clear, a year out, right? A lot can happen in the next year. How do you translate that into electoral support, though? I mean, because independent campaigns, especially ones as large as yours, they faced legal challenges in the past, external
he's
pressure.
Like a robot.
Look at Ralph
oh my God, he's the robotic implant to the New World Order takeover.
2004. What's your path to 270?
Does he have a drink on TV? I don't see a drink in front of him. You know, they offer.
He did on Rogan.
He's a fucking robot.
He did on Rogan. Specific states, for example.
Yeah, we're targeting specific states, and you're right.
Which states are you targeting?
We're targeting. I mean, all of the traditional battleground states are states that we think we can do really well, and all I need to do.
You're talking Wisconsin, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and all I need to do in those states, Arizona. Michigan, Ohio, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
All I need to do in those states is get 34% of the vote, and I can walk away with 270 electors. So, because the electors are winner take all, and it's assigned by plurality rather than majority.
But are you near 34 in any of those states?
Oh, I'm at 22 now, a year out. Nobody's ever been
that. That is nationally, though, right?
Nationally, nobody has ever been
Yes, he is jacked, by the way. As you said before, I forgot to tell you that. And I forgot to acknowledge that.
This is the thing.
70. He's younger than both of them.
I mean, if you're looking at the least of three evils, he's the youngest out of all of them.
Particularly among key constituencies, young people and independents. So, I don't know what will happen, and I'm not a good spin person, but I feel pretty good about where I am today. I think I'd rather be in my position than I would in President Trump's position or President Biden.
Can I ask you another question about your candidacy? Because a number of
This
your
is
own
the thing.
family members
Do you think?
have
Do you
spoken out
think
against
that?
it. 4 of your siblings issued a
Do you think that
statement
there's
denouncing
enough
your candidacy,
momentum
saying it's
that he has
dangerous for
built
the
up
country.
now?
They wrote in a statement, Bobby might share the same
Mike.
name as our father. He doesn't share the same values,
I'm
vision.
trying to pause it one
or
sec. Sorry. What'd you say?
Do you think that he is going to build up enough momentum to go into November to be able to like pose a threat to
Do I
either?
think he's gonna win?
Yeah, because he would have in order for him
I think
to pose a threat, he would, if he posed a threat, it would only be to both of them, and it would only be because he would take the vote. You know what I mean? Away from both of them.
See,
I don't see him damaging either of their campaigns unless he takes the presidency. You know what I mean? Like, and he would need a lot of momentum going into November.
The problem is, I think now I don't want. Here's a problem I sit every day. This is my problem. I don't want Biden to be president anymore, and I don't want him to get reelected. I don't want that.
Right.
But I also don't really want Trump to get elected either.
Yeah.
So how do I handle the situation? And my concern is I really, really don't want Biden becoming president, and I don't want Trump becoming president. So there is a difference there. And I feel like Kennedy is going to take some of the votes away from Trump because he can appeal to that crowd a little bit more.
This is the thing. I feel like this is the first independent candidate who has the ability to take votes away from both sides.
In my opinion, pulling power from both directions.
Both directions. And he's got a lot of, like a lot of people in the more recent have been people more liberal leaning, more democratic leaning. You know what I mean? And at the beginning, he was getting a lot of like anti-vaxxer, Republicans, like sort of Republican leaning. You know what I mean? But now it's like he's getting a mix of both sides who don't want either. So.
Wow. My really spammy antivirus program just started loading in the background, so everything on my computer started going really slow because it takes up all the RAM. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't access anything. What's going on? Nothing's working. And then I go, you fucking shithead. And I X'd it out. All right, back. So enough of this depressing political shit. Let's go into some funny videos.
Time to get higher and laugh because my edible just kicked.
As I was clicking the button, I realized I completely cut you off, and I was like, shit, because it takes a second before after I click it, and your edibles just kicked in just now.
Yes, I said it's time to get higher.
I'm like leaning. I'm like, whoa. Yo, did you see the trailer? We gotta watch that too. Did you see the trailer for Fallout? The show?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
It looks.
Did you see the trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yes, I did. It looks good. Oh yeah, so much has happened.
I'm going to tell you, I was born with the ability to solve geopolitical issues, even though I'm not able to solve any of the problems in my own life. You tell me you're supposed to pay taxes every couple years? Every year? Solve the Middle East, Ukraine, Russia, inflation, unemployment, all without being able to keep a job myself, or a relationship, or keep a pet without having it die. Okay.
Is this about those people that comment the ridiculous things like, why not just do this? I could do better.
But Ryan Long's a mad funny comedian, though. He's very good. I like.
Cut off my card today, though. Solving geopolitics is actually easy. What's hard is getting to my coffee shop gig on time, and now my boss won't give me any shifts. I've never eaten a vegetable. But more importantly, I don't really have time to deal with all that mumbo jumbo right now because I'm focused on bigger problems like what to do with the world economy. I mean, the whole Palestine-Israel thing took me about half hour to solve Thursday morning, which is good that it didn't take long.
Okay. Drugs are bad. Jesus Christ. Oh, this guy's funny. I didn't watch this one yet, and you guys don't know if I'm telling the truth or not because I've already lied once today, so I might have watched all these videos before, and my reactions are completely fake because I've already exposed it and we broke kayfabe. Is that what it's called?
Wow, you just broke what, like the fourth wall, or you broke kayfabe? Like
kayfabe, not fab. Kayfabe.
So wait, you just decided I'm not going to be heel or face. I'm just going to just say this is all fake, everybody. I'm lying.
Well,
You're a liar.
I said that the reactions videos are lies because I've already watched the videos. Therefore, it's not a real reaction video.
I don't think you watched all of them. So let's say, are you maybe lying that you're lying?
That could be a possibility too. Let's see.
U.S. Maybe we can find a diplomatic solution to this thing with the Houthis. You're right. We should look for diplomacy where we can. Houthis just hit the largest shipment of tea in history. War crimes. We are committing.
Of course, the fucking British. Oh man, you know what's funny? Just imagine how gangster it was back in the day when they came with the king and dropped off tea, and then they threw it in the fucking water and were like, "Yo, go fuck yourself."
That was those were fighting words actually, because that ended up turning out to being a pretty big fight. You know.
Shut up with your logic.
Yeah, I don't believe in that taking away votes either. I'm there. I'm right there with you.
War crime! They touched my boats! Well, listen, I mean, I'm always...
America, they touched my boats.
And for some war crimes, eh? Hold on, my doctor's been telling me I need to take a deep breath when I'm feeling like this. I've been doing meditation. Honestly, it's great. Nobody touches my boats, and nobody touches the British tea except for me. Hey, Japan, you've seen them like this before. How do you get them to calm down? We just gave them anime and instant ramen, and they loved that. That was an instant hit.
Dude, now I want instant ramen.
Hell yeah.
We've been
friends. I lived on that.
I still do.
Friends ever since. Is there anything else we can give them? We gave them Pokemon 2, and that was it. They loved that. They loved that one. I think we're going to need to let this one run its course. But I'm a little nervous at where this leads. I have never really been that sure as to why they are so obsessed with their boats. It's because we used to have like a way better Navy than them, and now they have a really good Navy, and they're just like, they're obsessed now. U.S., maybe we can find a diplomat.
They're obsessed now. Okay. I've done this before, and I know how this ends.
Last sec. Make sure you got time. Yeah.
Oh, I did not knock it in the water. I did not do that.
Bloop.
Oh, here it is.
It's going to close the ripple now.
Oh!
Yep.
Yo, you see the ice chunks falling?
Yep.
My favorite.
My God.
That was fun.
Yep.
My favorite part about that, with you see the little hail bits just like falling, as pieces of lake just falling out of the sky. That mushroom cloud was pretty fucking awesome.
Make sure
Play it again,
yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh, man.
Holy crap!
That looks like fun.
Oh, my God! Last sec.
Hell yeah. I just love watching people like almost blow their toe off like on the internet. Oh, was this for real? Dana White walked off the Howie Mandel podcast.
I saw this and I wasn't sure, and I was very like because
I've heard of other people doing this. Like there are other people who've walked off podcasts and be like, "Yo, I'm just exhausted. This is the 20th podcast this week. I don't think I could do another podcast," and cutting it short. But he 30 seconds in, just like they started the podcast, he walked off.
The reason why he went on in the first place was to address the issue. Also, he was disrespected because it's a troll job. You can't. It says see more and you can't click it. He's trolling.
So hold on a second. Howie Mandel was in on this?
No. I was trying to read the comment, and the comment was trolling. So let's see.
Man, you are an inspiration. You are a philosopher. The way you do business, the way you conduct your business, and
I think he's being facetious because it's all sarcasm. Because he was originally involved with the mob in Vegas, and whatnot. So I think this is all him being. That's why he's like, I'm done. I'm not doing this.
Your friendships and media.
See,
I'm jealous, but Dana, I can't thank you enough for being here.
Thank you. for all the kind words. I appreciate it. I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.
We have only an amazing.
What up
Wow.
with that? Like,
That was-
what was that though? Like, what was it? Like, what do you? I mean, do you think because there was, I don't know if you saw like the comedian Mark Norman. They staged that like fake thing for a publicity stunt, but Dana doesn't need to do publicity stunts, and that seemed pretty sincere. Because I don't think like he's an actor. I think that was like he was just like, I believe him. Like, yeah, it's a wrap. I'm not doing any. And he walked out at the beginning of it. What I don't understand is that why he even showed up to it in the first place.
For those who don't get it, Howie did zero research and sounded like he did absolutely no homework on Dana White. Howie was probably handed info about Dana, so he walked out because he wasn't going to put up with the disrespect, or it's a marketing stunt. You're welcome.
That's still speculation. I want to
I
know what
know.
happened.
I
I want Dana to be like, all right, at the UFC press
you
conference.
are an inspiration. You are a philosopher. The way you do business, the way you conduct your business and your friendships and media is I'm jealous. But Dana, I can't thank you enough for being here.
Thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate it. I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.
I don't see a reason why. And I don't have to read a fucking big article. Come on. Do you trust the Toronto Sun?
I mean, maybe he just didn't want to do it. Like, do you blame him? That's my, that's my, what I can't, like, I'm like, is he a dick? Would I be mad or would I understand? Oh yeah. Oh, there's this.
Okay, I just want to say something.
But the
Okay.
thing is,
So I found her access to her OnlyFans on Reddit. She could find most people's OnlyFans photos or videos on Reddit, and she's kind of got some junk in the trunk. She's kind of. What are you laughing at? I mean, hold on. I'm gonna find one. I'll find one. They're
She's
not
pretty-
hard. She's clothed.
she's
They
pretty
did.
pretty stacked for a college professor, because wasn't she like, that was like her job, right? Didn't she work in the college?
She pretended to be black to get the job or some nonsense.
No, that was for the NAACP gig, where she was like the president of the NAACP. But her recent job was at a college, I think, or a school. Like, I don't know if she was a professor or something like that. But her OnlyFans, I think, was public knowledge. Like, that's something that was around for a while.
See?
She got grown-ass kids, I think.
And I would imagine someone who pretended to be black to hold a position like that, I would imagine that they would be forced to go to OnlyFans to make money. I don't think it's right.
I feel
I don't
like
think it's right what she did either.
I just feel like to save face, I don't think
To save face, she
I
should have
would-
banged. She should have did BBC porn instead.
I think she probably maybe had more options. I mean, I know that her name was besmirched in the public because of the whole being, like lying about being black and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, like, eventually she did get a job in a school, and I think she really, I just out of nowhere, it was just like she just jumped on OnlyFans as soon as OnlyFans became a thing during the pandemic. I think we've known that she's had an OnlyFans for like at least two or 3 years.
I didn't know.
We've spoke about this on a podcast before.
Listen, I smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, we've
eat a lot of edible. We've done a lot of podcasts.
We've
I forget
spoken about
things.
this at least in the last 2 years. We've spoken about this.
There's been times where you've done a podcast, and I went to download older podcasts and went to edit a podcast and had no recollection of half of these conversations that I'm trying to edit. Going,
there's a lot of conversations.
I don't remember this.
There's a lot of conversations, but I digress. Anyway, we've known about this, and to hire her probably in the midst of her already having a very popular OnlyFans and then dumping her seems a little. It seems a little whack.
We have 9 people again. This is amazing, guys. Thanks for coming by, and I'm going to kiss your ass now.
You would think that Rachel Dolezal wouldn't need to do anything else but OnlyFans.
Okay. How do you find it? How do you find out how a creator on OnlyFans is how much? Can you find out how much they're making? I know you could do that with YouTube. You can find out how much someone makes, but
I mean, their wiki, like it you know, like I'm pretty sure she's got info about.
Let's see.
What her net worth is through OnlyFans, like how many subscribers she has. Like there's usually a count for every app. Like, you know, like if you're on Spotify, it tells every artist is told how many people subscribe or follow them. Same thing with fucking social media.
$1,200 a month. She's not getting rich off of that. Just paying some bills, probably not even rent.
Paying the bills. 1,200 subscribers a month. And then how much is an OnlyFans subscription?
What is it, like 4 people? No,
Hold on. You said 1,200 subscribers,
it says,
right?
No. She's estimated to be making as much as $1,200 per month.
She makes $1,200 per month
on OnlyFans.
That's it.
Yes.
That sucks.
OnlyFans has. Oh, I found an article. There you go. OnlyFans has a monthly fee of $9.99.
People support Rachel Dolezal. You guys need to go out there and you need to subscribe to Rachel Dolezal's
That's just 12
OnlyFans.
people, isn't it? There's 12 people subscribed to her. No, I can't do math. It's more than 12 people.
Bullshit.
That's horrible. No, it's horrible math. Don't listen to my math.
Way. And there's no way she only makes $1,200.
It's the math is. Was it?
How many?
I'm not trying to do math right now. Forget
how
that.
many subscribers does Rachel Dolezal have?
I also have to find her OnlyFans. Here we go.
You don't have to look for her OnlyFans. You just wiki how many subscribers she has. There's got to be some sort of.
Found it.
There you go.
$9.99 per month.
So $10 a month.
She has 564 photos and 207 videos. There's no list of subscribers?
I guess it doesn't tell you.
She has 53,000 likes.
564. What's that? Oh, that's
videos. Oh, photos. Excuse me, photos.
Photos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it, I guess. Let's just say, out of 50K, right?
You could subscribe to her thing for 12 months for $95.90, 20% off.
So hold on a second. So do you think she could have at least 1,000 subscribers?
All right, hold on.
1,000 subscribers times $10 a month, right, is $10,000 a month, right? She's got to have more than 1,000 subscribers. If she has more than 1,000 subscribers, she could easily be making like $20,000-$30,000 a month.
She has 120 subscribers.
All right. That's it?
That's the math. Did I really have to go to a calculator to go basically 10 by 1,200?
120. Only 120 people subscribe to Rachel Dolezal?
Yeah, but that's the math. If she makes $1,200 a month, it's 120 people.
That's what I'm saying.
You only
That's
need
weak.
120 dumbasses to subscribe to you so you can make $1,200 a month. That's not a bad deal. You're worried. Like we have for us to make a penny off of YouTube, we need 1,000 watching hours and over 1,000 subscribers.
No, but what I'm saying is, I believe there's got to be more than 120 people subscribing to Rachel Dolezal's OnlyFans.
There will be more than that after the news article. I guarantee it.
But people have known though.
I'm kidding. No, now they know more because it's on the news. It's everywhere now.
So you think she's gonna get like a viewer spike?
Damn right. It's gonna die down after a while, but people will watch anything. So you sent me this, and I thought I saw this before, and I'm not sure if I did.
With the 50 cal.
Cameron ready.
Oh.
Ready.
Shooter ready.
Ready. Let's do it.
3, 2.
Are they shooting?
Bulletproof window glass.
Obviously. I'm just more surprised that he tested it with his own personal self sitting there.
With a 50 cal, you heard them, right?
Yes.
50 cal. Do you know with 50 cal rounds, if they pass by you,
they can kill you.
Yeah, the concussion at best could blow your eardrums out.
You can get concussed and you can die.
And it could blind
or die.
You, or you could die.
Yep.
Yeah. That shit took a 50 cal.
Is that a Ford?
Clear. 3, 2.
No. Is it?
1.
Jesus Christ.
You heard that shit?
Jesus.
Perfect. About to get shot at with a 50 cal.
Cameron ready.
What car is it?
It looks like, I mean, it's a pickup. I don't know if it's a Ford or a Dodge. What did that? Oh, it's a Ford. You see the emblem on the steering wheel?
Oh yeah, it is. It's a F.
About to get shot at with a 50 cal.
350.
Ready.
Ready.
Alpine.
Shooter ready.
Ready. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Jesus Christ. That has to be strong as fuck.
Clear.
That means if you shoot regular rifle rounds at that, it just bounce off.
Yeah.
Like
the 22 would probably melt and turn to dust.
Like BBs.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
I want a truck like that. Dude. All right. So I don't like bullfighting.
But you do like people getting fucking
I
mangled
do
by
enjoy
fucking bulls.
when the bull gets them and mangles them for their stupidity. But they kill the bull at the end. They cut off his balls and let him bleed out. And I feel like that's kind of fucked up.
In a traditional, I think in a traditional bullfighting ring. But I think this is more like a rodeo.
Yes, I've failed the well, how do you pronounce that? I never did. Captcha to prove you're not a robot. I failed it 4 times in a row, and I said to myself, I wonder if I'm a robot. Oh, and wow.
I'm like, where is the last motorcycle?
It's supposed to be 3.
What motorcycle? That's it. Oh, there it is.
How many, I love when it's like, how many telephone poles are in the photo? And you're like, or
how many street lights?
Select each square that has a street light, and you're like, well, that street light is in 2 squares, but there's 2 other ways. That what the?
Yeah.
But anyway, back to this. Is it gonna come back and maul him? Yo, he might be paralyzed.
He looks just as knocked out as Volk did last night.
Yo, okay, I understand he did the whole joke. He did the whole joke thing where his grandpa, Volkanovski's his grandpa now. He's a grandpa, but he kind of looked like a grandpa in the fucking fight.
Yeah, dude. Homeboy knocked him the fuck out, bro. It was epic. It was pretty epic. The fight before that was pretty fucking nuts too. Costa and fucking Whitaker.
Who won? Whitaker.
Whitaker, yeah, by decision. But but Costa fucking almost like laid him out early in the first round. and he won the first round. And it was close second, but I think Whitaker edged him out in the end in the third round,
Well,
and almost took him out too. Almost took out.
Paulo Costa doesn't have good cardio at all.
But they went the distance, the whole 3 rounds. But 15 minutes as opposed to like a 5-round fight. He's not making it 5 rounds, I don't think.
I'm at the age where my mind still thinks I'm 29. My humor suggests that I'm 12 years old.
Be attacked,
and my body keeps asking me if we've died and gone to hell. I'm at the age where my mind still thinks I'm 29. My humor suggests that I'm 12 years old, and my body keeps asking me if we've died and gone to hell.
It's kind of funny because I honestly think the older you get, the more it just happens. Like when you turn 20, you're like, oh, I wish I was fucking 15 again, or 10 or 11 or whatever age. Like, and then you get 21, you're like, yes, I can finally drink, but this is kind of stupid. I was drinking anyway at 20.
Do you know what I get the most jealous of with kids and youth, and not even teenagers so much, because teenagers, you're more rigid when you're a teenager and you get injured like an adult gets injured. Like you could really, destroy, like break your leg or break your arm, like an adult breaks their leg or their arm. But when you see like a single digit child fall and just get up from something that would destroy you for 6 months, you know what I mean? Like if you fell that way, you're definitely in physical therapy for 6 months. You might be in a brace or a cast at the beginning. You know what I mean?
I watched my daughter climb over, like we have this foam triangle thing, and it's tall, not taller than her, but it's a little over waist height, and she climbs up, leans on it, falls over, it goes head, rolls, then hits another foam ledge of another toy and hits the floor after that. And I'm like, and she gets up and she's like, looks around, she thinks about crying, you could tell.
There's a delay.
Like, no,
there's a delay.
I'm not gonna cry, and then she walks away. And I'm like, okay. If I did that, my hip would probably hurt for 4 days.
Yeah.
Just the way she landed, my hip would,
or some sort of whiplash too, just from like the jerk of the neck. I'm like, and it's if I ever felt that way, and I have fallen that way, and it's like you don't get up that quick.
Speaking of falling that way or falling a certain way, there's this.
З дому, і чувак, я не знаю, з якого 16-го чи 15-го поверху, випригує прямо на автомобіль. Прямо переді мною, я збирався йти в банки, така от ситуація. Чувак вижив, коротше, викликали. Пав людині на машину, прямо впав. Скоріше за все, переломаний позвоночник. Да, братанчик.
That dude broke that car. From what height, I don't know. If anybody speaks Russian, please translate. But yeah, from a height enough. And luckily that guy was drunk. Like, that guy's drunk. The only way that guy's surviving that is fucking drunk.
In Russia, cars don't hit people at 50 kilometers per people hit cars at 50 kilometers.
Dude, that guy had to be wasted because it's the only way he survived that.
This is
the only way.
Second video we've had of someone falling onto a car because they were drunk.
I think it's a thing in Russia, and they're all from Russia, dude. You're watching a sick accident if the fucking caption is in Russian.
I thought that excuse me. I thought that impaled him. But apparently, it didn't impale him, and he's just gonna walk it off shortly. I mean, he's talking. It's like, it sucked. I can move my hands and stuff.
людині на машину прям впав.
The guy who comes there, and if it's his car, he's gonna drag that guy off of it. No, I'm kidding. All right, now some nature shit. Now, what is this?
Yo, this shit bugged me the fuck out. Like, I know that like this happens like lakes and rivers and stuff, where there'll be like a cavity in the earth will open up and the water will funnel down into it and create a whirlpool.
Yes, it's like a sinkhole underwater.
But this thing happens in the ocean, and they get fucking big, like really big.
Did you know these things were real? This is an eddy. This photo was taken by NASA's Terra satellite in 2011. It's about 500 miles off the coast of South Africa. It's like one of those vortexes you see in an old world map. This one is 100 miles wide. Now, a lot of things can cause these, like earthquakes, current shifts, differences in temperature. They can last from a few days up to several years. And that glow is real. They are actually bright blue because the eddy has stirred up a lot of phytoplankton from deep within the ocean. And these phytoplankton are bioluminescent. Did you know these things were
That's fucking crazy.
Glow in the dark miniature fucking organisms. That's nuts though, right? Like that. Yo, the thing is, like, I don't think you can, if you get close to that, you're just gone. Like, where do you disappear to?
Dude, you're under lots of shit.
You just get foomped, like black holed into the earth. Like, where does that water end up? And you know what I mean? Like, that's a testament to how much water's on the planet, right? That a fucking
it's
pore could open up and it won't drain the ocean. Like, just a little bit of water will go in and cause a funnel like that. The ocean is fucking gigantic.
Ocean is fucking gigantic.
But 100 miles wide, they said. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Crazy.
I'm like, could you go through that if you're like on a boat?
You might not even realize you're going through it because it might be so deep under the water, and it's not going to affect the surface level that much to the point where you'll even fucking notice if it's 100. Jesus. Speaking of 100 feet, 100 miles, 100 miles wide. Did you see they made Twisters?
Yeah, there's a sequel.
There's a sequel to the movie Twister called Twisters.
Yeah,
we'll
that's coming out
in a second. We're gonna come up. Well, first, I want to share this video just because it made me laugh, and I pray to fucking God this is a parody and this is not real. If this is real, we are fucked.
Oh no, I know who this is. I think this is
transitioned to being a guy, and I had a doctor's appointment recently. That doctor said I was pregnant. Doesn't make any sense because I'm a guy. So I'm going to a second doctor now to get a second opinion and keep you guys updated.
Dylan, you are 6 weeks pregnant.
She's a troll.
Possible I'm a man.
It's a troll.
Before you became Dylan,
Pretty fucking epic.
you must have been Tasha, and Tasha must have been having relations in order to become pregnant. She did.
Well, she's a troll, and I care less about the video because it's epic though. However,
it's a troll. It's a definite troll.
I just want to say something. Due to the edibles, I have the sickest munchies.
Edibles give me a crazy cotton mouth.
Yeah, like, that's why I have
nothing else does that, but edibles does that to me. Nothing else does that to me anymore, but edibles. It's the only thing that gives me crazy cotton mouth.
All right, I have one more video that I want to show if I can find it. I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody, for the delay. Oh my god. All right, now quickly. Don't buy a truck.
Yo, fuck. Yo, why is he sliding around? I don't understand this. It's slippery out? Like, what?
No, because look at the type of ground it is. It's like a smoother surface. So he has no rubber in the bottom of that. It's made to like grip on concrete.
Shit. Okay.
It's metal. Look at he slides right down.
Bro.
I tried so hard not to laugh.
Oh my god.
I tried so hard not to laugh. Where'd it go? That's all I got, man. No more videos. What were we supposed to watch for trailer? Twisters.
Oh, yes. Twisters. And the Deadpool Wolverine trailer.
And Fallout.
Fallout, the TV show, the preview for the TV show?
Yeah. This is a reaction to a movie trailer. We are not we don't own the video that we're about to play. Please check out the trailer. I have to say that apparently because YouTube gets butthurt because.
And we were fans of the original.
That doesn't mean we're gonna spend money on this piece of shit.
We don't know if it's a piece of shit yet.
Is that? Is that Helen Hunt?
No.
Is that Helen Hunt?
No.
Then this is a piece of shit.
Well, she might be in this. They were all storm chasers, weren't they?
It's big and it's moving fast. Drive. Go.
Is that Bill Paxton?
I think Bill Paxton's dead.
He is dead. Fun fact, in my opinion, the best Bill Paxton movie is Frailty, also directed by Bill Paxton.
So you need that 50 cal proof windshield for you know what I mean? Like,
Right?
you driving around into Twisters, that's what you need that
Yeah,
shit for.
if they had the F350 with bulletproof glass, they'd be good.
Hell yeah.
Maybe not, because this car was just sucked up. But see, the thing is, if it could suck up a car that weighs that heavy, it could suck them up very easily. So, like, let's throw out all logic and factual information that we know about anything. Just lose all belief. This summer, another tornado
Tyler
comes.
Owens calls himself a tornado wrangler. If you feel it,
That's so fucking cheesy.
The
Oh,
tornado.
look, there's your F-350.
I said if you feel it, Jason! All right, here we go. Oh, she's perfect.
She's gorgeous.
You thought you could destroy a tornado.
We never had a chance.
You want one?
What?
Destroy a tornado? Did they say destroy a tornado? The plot was to use those to, like, as sensors to I don't think it was to destroy the tornado. They were just like, trying to get readings to understand them better.
To detect tornadoes. It was to learn about tornadoes. They were like, that's what they were just storm chasers that were trying to gather data.
They should have just made this Sharknado 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yo, for real, I got a question. Like, is there any science that this is based on that you could disrupt the tornado? Could you do that? Like, what? Or is this some Hollywood made up bullshit that they're hoping that we buy?
Let's see. But I'm gonna go with Hollywood made up bullshit. Just saying. No, you don't think so?
Yeah, possibly.
You don't face your fears. You ride them.
That is totally a product placement for the Dodge Ram.
Oh, of course.
We got twins! Twins!
Really?
And there's an airplane. Okay, what kind of airplane is this? Now I'm intrigued. I want to see the airplane.
Is that it?
Nope.
Well, we just saw the other two characters die, so now you know they die.
So you don't know that. You don't know that. Some people have survived getting tossed by a tornado, and that's July, right? And theaters, so it's summer. It's for the summer
thing. Yes,
they want to scare people with tornadoes for the summer. That's usually when a lot of those tornadoes happen. So that's a little fucked up. But I think this comes out in July also.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure. But I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
That hair is terrible, but that's the point. Ooh, pardon me, baby crying. Enjoy the trailer.
Wade Wilson? Who's asking? Whoa, 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 whoa. that supposed to be scary? Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Mr. Wilson, you appear to have soiled yourself while unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious. Who are you? Why am I here?
Walk with me.
The dude from Secession. Nice.
You are special. This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
I smell what you're stepping in, Sensei. Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am.
Did I miss it? Did I miss it?
Marvel Jesus.
God, please! Oh my fuck! God, I love this part. Wait!
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
You think because he knows he can heal, he just impales him and stands him up?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping he does. Another July blockbuster. What do you think is going to do better? Now, this is your competition. Twisters or Deadpool and Wolverine? We know who's winning that in July.
Deadpool.
That's the summer movie I'm waiting for.
Do you see the cast, by the way?
Oh, well, yeah.
He's the only one I really know for sure. I know him, but
he's from that movie with that TV show with
The Shield.
he was in The Shield. No, but he's
in
also
The
from with
Shield.
the Preacher Family.
Hold on, he's in The Shield. He's in Justified. He won awards for both. He's the racist in the Django. He's like the
Oh yeah,
the
that's
head.
true. Yeah. He's in a lot of shit.
He's in Sons of Anarchy because he plays a transvestite.
Who does Kyle MacLachlan play? Oh wait, this is in Fallout.
This is the Fallout. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of the games, so I'm gonna nerd for a second here. I'm gonna fanboy. That's a Vault 33. Cool.
I know that I've lived.
You know what's funny here? They made the outfits exactly how they look in the game, and it looks so fucking cheesy. It's awesome. It's supposed to be because, like, you're in a corporation vault on the ground. Everything up there is destroyed, and here's a blue suit. Have fun. Goodbye.
A relatively comfortable life.
Stop! Lucy!
So she's never been outside. She goes outside into the real wow. See, that gives me hope.
The Westworld.
Jonathan Nolan.
You need to go home. Vault dwellers are an endangered species.
Johnny Roaches.
I do not think you would be willing to do what it takes to survive up here. If you insist on staying, then you will have to adapt.
I never heard of 2 days.
I don't want to see
Gangster.
tomorrow
That's gangster.
unless I see
That looks like a fucking
Tomorrow, so they say, will be a lovely day. a bright new sun will suddenly break through. But I don't want to see tomorrow.
He's a ghoul.
Unless I see it with you.
I grabbed a moldy one.
Watch the automatic machine gun. The guy tries to sneak by it because there's snow and he's wearing white. That's what happened here. And he got caught. He was just his white shirt and white ground. He was trying to sneak by the machine that detects you.
And it won't shoot white.
That was the guy from the Brotherhood of Steel. Oh. He stabbed me out with a fork. Did you see that? Oh, he's over here riding the horse.
You know, video game IPs have been doing pretty well lately. Like, it was almost like hit or miss back in the day. Like, Mortal Kombat was popular in the movie theater, but the Mario Brothers movie sucked back in the day. But
I like that movie.
Nowadays, everything's pretty much.
I like that Mario Brothers movie. It wasn't Mario Brothers, but I like.
Yeah, the new one that came out is actually really good. The CGI one's really good. But to be quite honest with you, with this Fallout stuff, like bringing back like the Wild West, like sort of lawlessness, kind of, but like with the post-apocalyptic, obviously with the atomic fallout and all that shit. But like I've been getting into like cowboy shit like that.
Well, that's like, kind of the games are very, especially Fallout New Vegas is very westerny.
Yeah,
I want to go back and play Red Dead Redemption 2.
That was awesome. That game, I love that game. Me too.
I want to nerd beat, but it's so big. Like do every mission and everything, every side quest. It's so big.
You could literally just live a life in the Wild West.
Oh my god!
In that game,
I one time played poker and like drank in the game for so long that I'm like, I need to actually play the game.
Yeah,
I've been gambling and drinking
for 6 hours.
World.
Yeah, for 6 hours. Get like, all right, let me go on do these missions. Like, what am I doing?
Hold'em too, and I was like, was it Hold'em? It was one of those fucking games.
Yeah, yeah.
I actually had a really good run, and I was like, now I can't stop playing because I had a really good run. I'm like, what am I doing?
I got all of this fucking fake cowboy rock star money. But yeah, dude. I watched a lot of the original spaghetti western Clint Eastwood movies, Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Yo, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly is good.
It's a great fucking movie.
You know what's a good western and doesn't get enough credit?
What's that?
The Quick and the Dead.
The Quick and the Dead is awesome. Well, it's Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
But it's star-studded. Gene Hackman, Leonardo DiCaprio, Sharon Stone. That movie's really good. I like that movie. I mean, obviously,
Leonardo DiCaprio was the fast kid that gets killed. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, illegitimate son, Russell Crowe.
Yeah. Oh, Russell Crowe was in that. Was he blind?
No, he was the prisoner. Remember,
he was blind. Wasn't someone blind?
He was the priest.
The guy that worked at the gun store was blind.
Yeah,
the kid, and he could find the bullets by grabbing them and feeling it.
Yep. That's a good movie.
That is a good movie.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I'm on a tear. I'm probably gonna get to that too. I might end up watching the Quick and
Django, not the Django.
Django.
The Hateful Eight. Unforgiven. Great movie.
A great movie. Unforgiven, Hateful Eight. I'm probably gonna watch whatchamacallit, Tombstone.
Tombstone's
You know?
I sat down to watch Tombstone with my wife, and after
Yeah.
10 minutes, my wife's like, "Turn this off. I can't watch this movie."
What?
I'm
Yo,
like,
dude.
oh, come on. She's like, "I don't like westerns." I'm like,
Just for Val Kilmer, dude.
oh
And just,
my god, that scene! I gotta watch it before the podcast is over.
with him, with Wyatt Earp is dealing at the gambling house. He's dealing cards, right? That scene, and then he's standing right behind him.
No, this scene.
So I'll make him my Huckleberry.
Well,
Michael Biehn.
I didn't think you had it in you.
I'm your Huckleberry. Why, Johnny Ringo.
Just that. I'm your Huckleberry. And you're talking about the other famous scene.
When he's flipping the cup around, and Michael Bihn's doing that whole like gun flip thing, showboating.
It's warmer. The spring's coming.
Hello, with my friend. Well, I don't want to talk to you.
That was Jason Priestley.
Yeah, it was.
Sam Neill. Was that Sam Neill? Is that his name?
Not gonna
think
fight
so.
you, Ringo. Wretched slugs.
I love it. He goes right behind him. He's got his back all the time.
Yep.
He's right there with that
I'm
gun.
your Huckleberry.
Again, I'm your Huckleberry.
That's just my game. All right, Lunger. You go to hell.
I want to buy a Peacemaker.
Johnny, don't!
And then
The Wild West. It's starting to turn into the Wild West out there, dude. It's getting Wild West like out there.
out where?
Out in the world.
Yeah, it really is.
We didn't even get to it with the fucking Kansas City the parade. The parade chaos. Fucking retarded teenagers fucking shooting at each other.
Because he's mocking him. He did all this fancy stuff with his gun. He's like, listen, I can do it too, but if you can't shoot, you can't shoot. And I had something for that. Where'd it go?
They had beef throughout that whole movie.
There's also new developments in the Kansas City Super Bowl parade shooting that left.
Basically, did two people just start popping into the crowd during the party, parade, or were they shooting at each other or something?
No, there were two teenagers, yes, that were shooting at each other, and they struck about 20 people, and one person died. I think she was a news reporter.
Fucking
yeah.
Holy
But, like, and she, you know, like obviously bystander. She
And
was
they're
a bystander.
juveniles.
Yeah.
Left one woman dead and several others injured on Wednesday. Two juveniles who were detained following the chaotic scene have now been charged in that incident. Let's go to Sarah Galashan, who is watching all the details from Kansas City. What's happening there, Sarah?
Yeah, so Hannah.
Sarah or Hannah?
I don't know. I guess Hannah.
So we knew initially that there were 3 people who had been detained by
I'd probably go Hannah too.
police, and they had released one of them, and we were waiting to see if there would be charges for the 2 remaining. They are 2 juveniles. They remain detained, and now there are charges. And those charges, what we understand about them is they are quote, gun-related and as well related to resisting arrest. Of course, this is all in connection to the mass shooting that happened near the tail end of that Super Bowl rally in Kansas City, where they were celebrating the win of the Kansas City Chiefs. Thousands had come out to attend this celebration, and in the end, one woman was killed in this shooting. Almost 24 others were injured from gunshot wounds, and more than half of them under the age of 16. As far as the two juveniles who are, as I say, still being detained, we don't have, they've not been publicly identified. We don't have ages on them. Police have not said what motive there might have been, other than they say that this is not terrorism related, and what they believe is that this was related to a dispute that had happened between a number of individuals, and they had interviewed a number of people leading up to these two the charges. Now,
so this is what people were suspecting. They thought it was domestic terrorism first, before they realized it was just two fucking stupid teenagers that were shooting at each other. Somehow, one of these kids had like an AR without the stock.
They were walking around with an AR?
The kid apparently had an AR pistol on him, yeah. I think so. How he got it, that's the fucking question. You know what I mean? Because it's not legal for a 15-year-old to be walking around with an AR pistol, I don't think, anywhere in the United States. Concealed, like in his pants.
That's crazy. That can't be legal.
I don't think so. That's why I said several gun charges. Obviously, firing into a crowd, you can't fucking do that shit.
That's debatable. Are there any zombies in the crowd?
It's a crowd of zombies, or it's a horde. Once they're zombies, it's not a crowd, it's a horde.
No, but like, what if it's a crowd of people, but there's some zombies, and you have to fire into the crowd to kill those zombies?
No, you
Is
don't.
that justifiable?
No, you run, dude. Don't waste your ammo. You run.
But
you save your ammo and you run.
You could stop the 4 zombies that are right there, though. You might just hit a few pedestrians.
Save yourself.
Bystanders.
Dude. Save yourself. Save yourself. That'll all sort itself out. You understand what I'm saying? Don't waste your bullets.
But it's target practice.
You go the other way. You save your ammunition. Target practice. You go the other way. You save your
target practice.
Wednesdays and Sundays at 9:30, y'all. Dumbfounded Dipshits, we out. 9:30.
Thank you for watching the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast.
Dumbfounded Dipshits, we out.
Thank you for watching the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast.
Dumbfounded Dipshits, we out.
Thank you for watching the Dumbfounded